Hello, 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 my fishies, and welcome back to Two Guys, One Bible.
Two Guys, One Bible.
The show where two idiots read the Bible, mispronounce a lot of things, and talk about it.
That's true. We are idiots.
My name is Jay.
And I'm Cameron.
And today we're going to be jumping right back in on Genesis
22.
22.
We're going on 22.
22.
I believe Taylor Swift had some feelings about that number.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive in.
Genesis 22. Now it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Take now your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. Now that's a tall order. That's a tall order.
Hold on. Hey, bro. So I know things have been rocky for a minute. And, you know, you've kind of gone through a lot of stuff.
I just had you kick out your other family.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, though, to do something for me real quick. You know that kid that, like, you made?
Could you kill him?
That kid, yeah.
Maybe kill him.
Just, you know, take him to the top of this mountain and just kind of, you know, stab him to death.
Or, you know, dealer's choice, really. Just make sure you burn him.
Yeah, I mean,
just make sure he's
could,
a burnt offering.
He could fall. Like, it doesn't matter. The point is...
You got to make sure you burn him, though.
Yeah, you got to burn him. Because, you know, when you don't burn the body, there's too much evidence. But, yeah.
Anyway. So Abraham rose early in the morning and saddled his donkey and took two of his young men with him and Isaac his son, and he split the wood for the burnt offering and arose and went to the place of which God had told him.
Hey, son.
Hey, I mean...
Come split these logs for me, man. It's the middle of spring. You know, just getting early on the firewood. Just, you know.
You can never be too prepared.
Never be too prepared.
I will say that...
I wonder what kind of wood it was.
I'm going to guess...
I'm going to guess some, like, applewood mesquite, at least.
I'm probably going to go with terebinth, because that's, like, the only type of wood they've mentioned so far. Or gopher wood.
Yeah. Gopher wood burns bad.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry. Weird history. Continue.
Then on the third day, Abraham lifted his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said to his young men, Stay here with the donkey. The lad and I will go yonder and worship, and we will come back to you. He's lying.
Yeah, he's lying through his teeth. Hey, kids, hang out over here, and whatever you do, don't look that way.
We'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Maybe sing really loud or something.
Here's a Game Boy.
Don't listen. Headphones in.
Yeah.
Give me some earmuffs.
Yeah, AirPods in.
So Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son, and he took the fire in his hands and a knife, and the two of them went together.
Wait, he took the fire in his hands. He just Iron Man'd that bug.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's got God's protection.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Walking around with that Phoenix flower jutsu going.
Nothing's too big for God.
No, nothing.
The two of them went together. But Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. Then he said, Look, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? He's starting to catch on.
Yeah, at this point, I'd be a little spooked. Like, okay, first off, my dad's been talking about some stuff. Now, I myself am a believer. I'm just trying to put myself in his shoes.
Yeah.
My dad's been talking a whole bunch of crazy stuff for a while about my mom's, my sister, his sister, and there's a whole bunch of crap been going on. And now we're like doing this hiking trip, but he's making all the kids stay behind, and there's a big fire, but nothing to cook on it, and he's sharpening those knives.
Yeah, and I don't really see or recall anywhere mentioned so far where they tell us how old Isaac is, but I mean, I get the feeling he's pretty young. Like,
yeah, and at the same time, young then is relative. Could be in his 20s, for all we know.
I don't think 20s was young back then.
Well, his dad had him in 100.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
20 was probably still pretty young.
Who knows?
20's young now, man. When I was 20, I was an idiot.
You're still an
I'm
idiot.
20. Yeah, I was about to say I'm 25 and I'm still an idiot. No.
I'm 28 and I'm waiting to find out if you ever stop being an idiot.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we just, start buying things from IKEA and drinking decaf and anyway,
Doing puzzles.
doing Sudoku.
And he said to him, "Here I am, my son." Then he said, "Look, the fire and the wood, but where's the lamb for a burnt offering?" And Abraham said, "My son, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering." So the two of them went together. Then they came to the place of which God had told him, and Abraham built an altar there and placed his wood in order. And he bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to slay his son.
Now, real quick. Did he knock him out, or did this old man just frickin' manhandle his son?
Well, I guess he knocked him out or something, because
he must have.
I'm not seeing Isaac saying anything, and I would have something to say.
Yeah, I'd be running my mouth.
I would definitely have something to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm guessing maybe he gave him a little conk on the back of the head or something.
Maybe a little Hebrew chloroform or whatever.
Okay, so Abraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, "Abraham, Abraham." And so he said, "Here I am." And he said, "Do not lay your hand on the lad or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me."
Where are we, real quick?
We are about halfway through 22.
What verse are we on?
Like the one that I just read, or the next one?
The one you just read. What verse was that?
12.
Read that one more time.
And he said, "Do not lay your hand on the lad or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me."
Look, I understand God's logic in this, and I will never question it. Never would in my life. However, I will say kind of a dick move. You know what I mean? Because think about it like this. Isaac's going to wake up.
Okay.
And he's going to go, "The fuck, man?"
Well, think about it like this. Last time God put this much faith in somebody, he had to flood the world to start it over.
No, look, like that's what I'm saying. I'm not questioning.
He's got to make sure this dude's riding.
I'm not questioning God's logic in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that must have messed Isaac up for a hot second. Like, my dad just took me to the top of a mountain, said he would, like tied me up, was gonna burn me and shit. And then some thing appeared and told him not to do it, and he stopped. And I want to move to Milwaukee, maybe do something with turquoise.
I think you're talking about Arizona.
It's all the same shit.
That was an angel of the Lord, not something.
Well,
you okay?
Oh.
You should have said something.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulties.
Yeah, I have a broken leg and it just fell, but we're all good.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And if he saw the angel of the Lord as well, I could see that being more, but man, that's got to mess you up a little bit.
I mean, you might be a little bit resentful for it, but I mean, how much do you yourself fear and love God?
Well, let me draw a small comparison to my life, if I can, actually. So part of the reason that I was in foster care as a child was my mother shot me with a gun. And she did it claiming that angels told her to do it. Now, she obviously, this is not biblical. She's got some issues.
I mean...
So that's what I wrote it off to. But I forgave her. So I could see in a situation where the work of the Lord is still very strong in this day and age. And I guarantee you Jacob is familiar with the love and the power
Isaac
is very familiar with the love and the power of the Lord at this point. So I actually see your point.
Yeah.
But man, I'd be pissed on that hike down.
I mean, he probably wasn't happy for the rest of the day. He probably took a personal day after that.
Yeah.
Then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. So Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up for a burnt offering instead of his son.
Solid guy.
Hey, Abraham called to the name of the place, "The Lord will provide," as it is said to this day, "In the mount of the Lord it shall be provided."
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna run that one back. Abraham called the name of the place, "The Lord will provide," as it is said to this day, "In the mount of the Lord it shall be provided." Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham in a second time out of heaven. And he said, "By myself I have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing and have not withheld your son, your only son. Blessings I will bless you.
Oh, yeah.
And multiplying, I will multiply
he
your
got
descendants
decked.
as the stars of the heaven and the sand which is in the sea." Shore. Seashore.
It's a lot of sand.
Yeah, there's a lot of sand at the beach. Gets everywhere. "And your descendants shall possess the gate of their enemies." So, gonna be blocking their entry or their exit.
So if we assume the average size of a grain of sand that we've, seen around the world, you're looking at 7.5 times 10 to the power of 18 grains of sand, or 17 quintillion 500 quadrillion grains on any given area of owned beach.
I guarantee you nobody's going to be able to visualize that high of a number in their mind.
That's the point, though. Is the reason I read it out like that is because it is so large that mathematicians have to break down those formulas to do things with
If you really want to impress how large it is, just read it out as like the actual number with the zeros.
Yeah. So 7.5 times 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000
That's a lot of zeros.
times 7.5.
Got to make sure you don't forget the 0.5.
No, because that 0.5 becomes...
At that amount, that's a big number.
Yeah, that becomes 500 quadrillion.
Yeah.
That 0.5 turns to 500 quadrillion. That's how... It's the
big.
Blessing that he was just given is out of this world incomprehensible.
Quite large.
Large.
Chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Chunky blessing.
Yeah, chunky salsa, man.
Okay. "In your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice." Hang on. "In your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed."
You gonna have babies all over the place, and they all gonna be doing good stuff.
"Because you have obeyed my voice."
Because you listened to me.
So Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. For now it came to pass after these things that it was told to Abraham, saying, "Indeed, Milcah also has borne children to your brother Nahor. Huz, his firstborn, Buz, his brother, Kemuel, the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaph,
I like Pildash.
Pildash,
Pildash is a great name.
Jidlap, and Bethuel. And Bethuel begot Rebekah. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also bore Tebeh, Gaham, Thahash, and Maachah.
Man, that's a big family.
Yeah. And that wraps up Genesis 22.
That wraps up Genesis 22.
Going on to Genesis 23.
Yes.
Sarah lived 127 years. These were the years of the life of Sarah. So Sarah died in Kirjath Arba. This is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her.
Dang.
And to bury his wife.
Yeah, that's hard.
And his sister.
John Wick.
Then Abraham stood up from before his dead and spoke to the sons of Heth, saying, I am a foreigner and a visitor among you. Give me a property for a burial place among you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight.
That's some Peaky Blinders type stuff right there, man.
I think he's really more asking for a courtesy.
Yeah, but still just kind of being like, I'm not even from here, but please.
Yeah.
You know?
I would really like it if I could bury my dead here so I don't have to see them because this hurts.
Yes.
Then Abraham stood up from before. All right, yeah, so may bury my dead out of my sight. And the sons of Heth answered Abraham, saying to him, Hear us, my lord. You are a mighty prince among us. Bury your dead in the choicest of our burial places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In our best spot.
Yeah. Pick wherever you want. You're a prince here.
Yeah.
None of us will withhold from you his burial place, that you may bury your dead. Take anybody's spot, dude.
Yeah.
Then Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, the sons of Heth. And he spoke with them, saying, If it is your wish that I bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and meet with Ephron, the son of Zohar, for me, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he has.
Machpelah?
Yeah. Machpelah? Machpelah?
Machpelah.
I'm going to go with Machpelah. Machpelah, which he has, which is at the end of his field, let him give it to me at the full price as property for a burial place among you. Now Ephron dwelt among the sons of Heth, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the presence of the sons of Heth, all who entered at the gate of the city, saying, No, my lord, hear me. I give you the field and the cave that is in it. I give it to you in the presence of the sons of my people. I give it to you. Bury your dead. So he said, I want to pay full price for that. I need to bury my dead here.
Yes.
And Ephron came down and was like, I give you the field and the cave, man. I give it to you. Bury your dead. You don't have to pay me. At least that's what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, just...
What are you doing?
Just do what you gotta do.
Don't do that.
What? It's not gonna damage it. Using the cross to hold the microphone for the cross.
Seems inappropriate.
I looked around the table. It's the only thing it would clip to. And it's appropriate. It's for this.
Okay. Then Abraham bowed himself down before the people of the land, and he spoke to Ephron in the hearing of the people of the land, saying, If you will give it, please hear me. I will give you money for the field. Take it from me, and I will bury my dead there. And Ephron answered Abraham, saying to him, My lord, listen to me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that between you and me? So bury your dead. And Abraham listened to Ephron, and Abraham weighed out the silver for Ephron, which he had named in the hearing of the sons of Heth 400 shekels of silver, currency of the merchants. So the field of Ephron, which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave which was in it, and all the trees that were there in the land and the field, which were within all the surrounding borders, were deeded to Abraham as a possession in the presence of the sons of Heth before all who went into the gate of the city. And after this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah before Mamre, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. So the field and the cave that is in it were deeded to Abraham by the sons of Heth as a property for a burial place. And that wraps up Genesis 23.
We're going to end this episode a little bit short because we're making good progress, I think.
Yeah, I could say that.
I'm going to do some microphone arrangement, so our next is going to get better and better, as will our show. As these are coming out, if you guys would please like, comment, subscribe, and definitely comment on what you would like to hear, and what you would like to hear more of, or questions you may have if you're reading ahead or reading along with us.
Now, keep in mind, we're not biblical scholars or anything.
At all. We are just two idiots that love reading the Bible and
but if you would like our point of view on a few things in there, we'd be happy to give it to you.
Absolutely. So,
keep swimming, little fishies.
And God bless.